Hey everybody out there, it's me, the Unknown Critic, and let me tell you something, this review today is going to be a doozy. It's going to be 3 parts, that's right. Why? Because some moron thought 3 movies smushed into one might make a good film. I decided to go with some exploitation films for the next couple of weeks, and the first one I did was Bruce Exploitation. That's for Bruce Lee, for all you non-lingo types out there. This movie is called Fists of Fear, Touch of Death. Now, they could have gone with just Fists of Fear, and they could have gone with just Touch of Death, but apparently this movie is so bad it needed 2 titles to make it better. This whole movie is about Bruce Lee. It was made after his death, and apparently it's filmed mostly in the 1979 Karate Championships, which is kind of funny because Bruce Lee was a kung fu artist, I thought, and it just doesn't make any sense because they used 3 different films to try to tell a story of Bruce Lee's life. The main one, the 79 Karate Championships, and then you've got this original movie that Bruce Lee probably made in the late 60s, mid-60s, I'd say, in China, where they've redubbed it so it's supposedly his real life. Then on top of that, you've got a samurai-esque film from around 1977, 78 maybe, that is supposed to be the story of his great-grandfather, the fighting person he was. Now, my whole thing is, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't even hold water. They talk about the Vibrating Palm technique. And now if you hit somebody with it, it's supposed to be that maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, they die. That's 3 or 4 weeks, not 3 or 4 hours, or 3 or 4 days, or seconds, or 3 or 4 weeks, folks. Weeks. On top of that, like, at one point you see someone in the Karate Championship rip a guy's eyes out and toss him to the side. And this is all about being the successor of Bruce. What kind of... was he royalty? No. Why would you need a successor to Bruce Lee? And, I mean, the Bruce that you do see is actual footage of Bruce Lee at times, but it's dubbed horribly, and it's made to fit into conversations with the people in the 1979 footage. And Roy Van Cleef is in it and makes this whole huge chunk of dialogue about how he thinks that Bruce was murdered and does a bunch of exercise. All I know is, you know, that when it comes down to it, it supposedly shows a screen test that Bruce did for Kato, for the Green Hornet, and it's just somebody jumping off the roof in slow motion. Then, I mean, it's... when it comes down to it, they want to show off all the things that Bruce Lee was about. And that would be easy by just showing the man doing his own thing. But because they couldn't get the rights and they just wanted to put something out there, they used everybody they could in his place. There's a certain portion of the film where it goes to 2 girls being attacked by a gang. And it's supposed to be Kato that comes and rescues them. But the problem is that it's Kato with a mustache and long hair. And yes, it's a great fight scene, and obviously it's done in homage to the original Kato played by Bruce Lee, but at the same time, it switches to a different actor at the end of the fight scene with a different mustache and a different haircut. If you're going to do something like this, at least be consistent with your garbage. I mean, come on. I don't normally say bad things about kung fu films. I personally love kung fu films. The wifey likes samurai films. I like those too. She's not into kung fu as much as I am. But I love Bruce Lee, especially all of his movies. And I mean, he didn't make that many. I mean, we're not talking about Game of Death here, or Game of Death 2. But obviously, we're talking about something that needed 2 titles to make it a movie. It just makes me wonder how many people are out there thinking, we could make money off of a famous dead person. Let's try this crap. The only problem is if they had totally obliterated the old movie that he made from whenever in the 60s, they could probably have pulled off the 79 Karate Championships mixed in with the supposed grandfather samurai film and made a decent movie. It's just that the movie that Bruce Lee did that's in the middle of it just is so... oh God, it's just so run down. It's just so... ugh. Oh man. It's bad. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon with an update. Lee to let you know some stuff I found out. On top of that, we should have another episode up pretty soon. I'm not sure. I'm kind of in a rush because I'm about to be punished. I have 12 seconds to go. This is the Unknown Critic. We will be seeing you